I'm Demetrius Andre. This is Vitalize, mental and physical performance. When I take this, I feel focused, I feel ready, and my body is willing to do whatever it takes to become number one.
Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV here with the one and only Muskegon, Michigan's own 2010 Golden Glove champion, currently ranked number 2 in the WBA at super featherweight, Mr. Raesse Aleem. My brother, what's going on? How you doing?
Yo, what's up, man? I'm doing all right.
Good, man. Real good, man. I've followed your career. I've enjoyed watching you grow, man. It's been a heck of a ride, man. I know a lot of people that you know are particularly excited about your success. Let's go back to the beginning of the career when you were just a young buck, man. I understand that you stayed 33 days in a hotel room while you helped nonito donaire prepare for a fight, man. Talk to me about that.
That it was a new experience. You know, it was my first time traveling for boxing without my trainer. You know, so it's just me. You know, it was definitely an experience. But to get in with a world champion like Nonito and get that good work in for what 30 days or so, it was a great opportunity.
No doubt. Hold on real quick. Hey, Google, stop the music. I don't know if we could hear that, but I don't want Journey to jack us.
I feel you. I feel you.
No, but so back to it. In all seriousness, what was the camp like with nonito donaire, and what are some of the things that you took from being in the camp with fighter caliber such as nonito donaire?
The camp went great. You know, we were just going at it. You know, 6 rounds, 8 rounds, and whatnot. You know, he had different sparring partners in there, and just you know, at that time, I don't even remember how many fights I had. You know, I might have had a few, but at that time, it was just a great opportunity to let me know that I can compete at a high level with the world champion.
Right. So that experience, from what I understand, actually was part of the decision from you to move from Muskegon to Las Vegas. Is that right?
Yeah, that definitely influenced it. It was like, okay, my career went stagnant and I knew I had to do something, you know, and boxing in Vegas is like the mecca for boxing, you know, and I previously had great work from Nonito. So I just knew at some point in time I wanted to make the move to Vegas.
Okay. And what's it like being in the boxing scene, living in Las Vegas? I know that you got a number of prominent fighters and up and coming contenders that live in Las Vegas. What's that like? What's the sparring like in Vegas?
It's great, you know, great sparring. A lot of different guys, a lot of different gyms. You know, you can go up the street, you can go around the corner. You know, so in Michigan it was hard. You know, we used to travel, going to Chicago, going to Ohio, going to like 3 hours to Detroit. You know, so Vegas, they're 2 minutes away, and a lot of great amateurs, prospects, world champions, the type of fighters you want to get in with.
Right. And moving to Las Vegas, you hooked up with the legendary Bones Adams. Um, Tell me what it's been like working with Bones Adams, him being a guy who's got 40 plus years of experience in the game.
Yeah. Bones, my former head trainer, great guy. You know, learned a lot from him. You know, I was just a sponge. You know, trying to soak up information and everything, and train him with them was great. You know, just taking things away, kind of picking his brain. Him telling me how to move my feet, or you know, a different type of way to try to punch and stuff like that. So it was real good getting that information from somebody with experience like Bones.
Right. And speaking of experience, your last fight was August 1st of 2020. And that was also in the bubble in the fight sphere, right up in Connecticut. against Marcus Bates, a gentleman that you had previous experience fighting before. You actually were able to get Marcus Bates out of there the second time around in 10 rounds. What do you remember about that fight most?
It was a tough fight. I only watched it once, after the fact. I everybody gave me a lot of praise for it, which, I'm glad I got the stoppage. I'm glad I got the victory. I just myself wasn't impressed with it. Honestly, I wanted to stop him sooner. I wasn't necessarily going for the knockout, but there was just little things that I didn't like that I was doing. Okay. But
have you corrected those things? Did you analyze those things enough to correct them, to use them as tools going forward here?
Yeah, I believe so. Just like when I had fought Adam Lopez, I did a few things that I, didn't necessarily like. When I fought Bates, I didn't make those same mistakes, and I'll do the same for this fight. I made a few mistakes that I didn't really like, and for this fight, I won't make those mistakes.
Understood. So this is your second time going into the bubble, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, so what'd you learn from the first time going in the bubble that you can take as experience and use to make it more comfortable for yourself this next time around?
Well, it's just the schedule. Fighters usually have their routine, how they cut weight, what they do, walking around, whatever, so it's just the main thing is cutting weight. The main thing is just cutting weight and what you eat and the time of day you eat. So I might just have my own little snacks, instead of waiting on them, because you don't get a per diem or anything like that. You're stuck in a bubble. You can't run up to the store.
Right.
Or anything like that.
Right. And what was the food like in the bubble the last time?
The food was good. It was prepared at the hotel and everything. I thought the food was good. My my trainer didn't like it, but I thought it was good.
Okay, cool. So tell me 3 must-haves that you got to have in the bubble this time going around. 3 must-haves.
Man, okay. So number 1 is probably a snack. My own snacks. Just I'm a little fat kid, but gotta make weight. But my own snacks. I didn't bring my MP3 player, or not my MP3, my iPod. I didn't bring my iPod last time, so I'll bring that. Number 3, I can't call it. A scale, I'll bring my own scale. That way I don't have to wait on theirs. I'll just know where I'm at and I'll be good.
Understood. Just focused and ready to blast off, huh?
Exactly.
So you know what? In that, talking about the next bout, you're going up against another undefeated opponent, right? Where you being 17-0 with 11 KOs, your opponent in his own right, and Victor Pasillas is 16-0 with 9 KOs. Pretty good fighter in his own right. But it seems like the theme of your career, you've fought several undefeated fighters. You've been a guy that's been able to wrestle away people's O's in the past, having done it 3 times, 2 times by unanimous decision and 1 time by a second round TKO. Tell me what it is about fighting. Is there anything in particular about fighting an undefeated fighter that changes your preparation mentally?
Mentally, maybe just he has more to lose. He has more to lose. I mean, any which way, it's gonna be a tough fight. I mean, he's undefeated. So it's like you have to bring your A game. And I'd say probably that. You gotta bring your A game. Period. I mean, I bring my A game each and every time I step into the ring. It's just if you can focus a little bit more, hey, whatever helps.
What's it feel like to take a guy's O? When you hear your name announced at the end and his O is gone, the pre-fight, he's had the pride of having the O, and you know that it's another one inside your bag. What does that feel like?
I mean, looking back on it, it's like, in that moment, I'm just happy to win. You know, he could have 10 losses. I'm just happy to win.
Right.
You know, looking back on it, then I'd feel more satisfaction, you know, beating another undefeated fighter, you
Right.
know, after already beating multiples, you know, but it would be satisfaction days or weeks later, not in that moment. In that moment, I'm just happy to win.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, you know, again, going back to, or looking forward, I should say, to the 23rd of January. On Saturday night, January 23rd, you're facing off against what a lot of people think is arguably your most dangerous opponent that you've ever faced off against, in Victor Pasillas. Uh, Victor Pasillas is not a soft touch. He actually is a bit of a star in his own right, being a reality star on the Born and Bred series. It was a documentary about up and coming fighters trying to make young fighters in LA trying to make their way on the scene. He's also coming off of an impressive battering victory where he took a guy's O, where he actually just defeated an undefeated fighter in his own right. Actually, he beat the tough, rugged Rafanis Encarnacion from the Dominican Republic, who was 17-0 on his own with 13 KOs. So he knows something about taking a guy's O also. He's been in tough and he's been proven to be a good boxer. He appears to be a slick southpaw. He's got good head movement. He's got solid footwork and defense. And he also can throw punches in bunches, and he's super accurate. Without giving away your game plan, how do you neutralize a guy like him?
Well, you know, styles make fights, you know, so just like his last opponent, he may have been able to do certain things against him that he won't be able to do against me, you know. So it just it is what it is. I don't know what type of fighter he'll be until I step in there, you know. I'm gonna be a beast when I'm in there, period. So it's like, bring it. Even better for me, you know. He was on this, he's done that, great. I want to fight the best fighters right now. That's why I'm in this sport, you know. I want to win, and I got to prove myself, you know. So I got to beat him. I got to get the win, look good doing it, and keep it moving. Move on to the world title fight.
No doubt. Speaking of that, not to put all your eggs in one basket or to put things ahead of the cart, proverbially, but there's 3 champions in the WBA, and the WBA more than likely looks like where you'll be getting your first opportunity at a world title. WBA's got 3 champions. Maybe the closest one for you to get to seems like it would be Omar Figueroa, maybe. What kind of fight would that be?
I think that'd be a good fight. I definitely think I would win that fight. He's a great fighter, but no real defense, you know. I picture him as a fighter. He just throws a lot of punches. He'll go to the southpaw position, throwing a lot of punches, but he's still right there to be hit with everything, you know. So if he doesn't overwhelm you, I think you beat him, you know, or if, you know, I would beat him.
So you
So
feel like you match up well against all the champions at 122?
honestly, I believe so. Strength wise, IQ wise, speed wise, I don't feel like there's anybody who's like outranking me, you know, in those categories.
Right, right, right. Um, Looking back, were you a boxing fan your whole life growing up?
You know, I was into football, a little bit of basketball, but mainly football.
Mainly football. Who was your team in football?
Man, I never really had one set team. It was like certain players on certain teams. I'm from Michigan, so it's like I never really pulled for the Lions because they're the Lions. You know, they've
I was
never
about to
really
say, who
won.
can root for the Lions?
Yeah, it's, you know, it's kind
Especially
of
after Barry Sanders.
right, exactly. You know, they had opportunities, Megatron and everything, but you know, so just certain players on certain teams.
Right on. Did you play football growing up?
Yeah. I played a little bit in school. Yeah, I was running back.
Running back, scoring touchdowns. So if you weren't fighting, what would you be doing?
Probably playing some type of sport. You know, I'm an athlete. I've been athletically on my feet since I was 3. You know, so if I wasn't boxing, maybe I'd be in MMA. You know, I'd be doing something competitive.
And with that, the conversation about MMA, you actually were a black belt in a martial art. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Tell me a bit about how your martial arts training has translated into your boxing training. Are the two anything alike?
Um, I'd say my biggest takeaway from karate would be my footwork. You know, having fast feet, being good on my feet. You know, moving left and right, going in and out and whatnot. So I would definitely say my footwork.
Understood. Your last bout out, you had on a real slick red and gold ensemble. Do you got something planned for this time around? You already got your outfit all picked out, I'm sure. Any
Yeah.
sneak previews?
No, I mean I'm gonna run it back. You know, I had good luck rocking it last time. You know, so I'm gonna run it back. You know, once I get the world title fight, we'll see if I switch it up.
Okay. Well, who made that outfit?
Boxer World. I customized it.
Customized outfit by Boxing World. If you hadn't seen it, guys, look at his last bout. He was looking real sharp. Okay, well, we look forward to seeing you, man. Everybody in the world, tune in to January 23rd, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, where you've got the junior featherweight champion, Angelo Leo versus Stephen Fulton, Raesse Aleem versus Mr. Pasillas, and you've got Rolando Rolly Romero versus Justin Paldo. Tune in. It should be a great night of boxing. Man, we look forward to seeing you and good luck to you. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you.
We wish you good health and thanks for your time.
All right.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.